Chapter 1, Jessica. Jessica was a young, vibrant nurse with Spanish roots, known for her infectious laugh and innate kindness. She grew up in a close-knit family with two siblings, an older brother, Carlos, who was protective yet playful, and a younger sister, Sophia, who looked up to her with admiration. Their parents instilled in them the value of hard work, compassion, and unity. From a young age, Jessica's empathetic nature made her stand out. Her mother, a teacher, and her father, a carpenter, inspired her commitment to both intellect and creativity. Jessica's education was a blend of excellence and dedication. She excelled academically, showing a particular interest in biology and human sciences. She chose nursing as a profession, driven by a deep desire to help others. The memory of her grandmother, who had been lovingly cared for by nurses in her final days, fueled Jessica's passion. Nursing, to her, wasn't just a job, it was a calling that combined her love for people and her instinctive compassion. With features that captured attention effortlessly, Jessica's beauty was striking. She had a heart-shaped face framed by long, cascading curls that shimmered in hues of deep brown. Her hazel almond-shaped eyes, framed by thick, natural lashes, held a sparkle of warmth and intelligence that made people feel seen. Her full lips often curled into a smile that could brighten even the weariest soul. Jessica's well-maintained, proportionate figure reflected her active lifestyle and dedication to her work. Popular among her friends, Jessica had an easygoing nature that made her approachable. She was often the first to organize outings or host gatherings, radiating energy and joy that drew people in. Her colleagues valued not only her skills but also her willingness to support and listen. Friends marveled at how she managed to balance tireless hospital shifts with a social life that brought her and those around her genuine happiness. Her fashion sense was both elegant and practical. At work, she wore her nurse's scrubs neatly, with just a hint of personal flair, a colorful headband or a simple pair of stud earrings. Outside the hospital, Jessica favored clothes that complemented her figure, like flowing dresses or fitted jeans paired with light blouses. She loved floral patterns, delicate fabrics, and soft, muted colors that highlighted her natural beauty. Jessica's presence in any room was magnetic, not just because of her appearance but because of the sincerity she carried in everything she did. She had the rare gift of making everyone feel important, whether through a small act of kindness or a thoughtful word. To many, Jessica was more than a nurse, she was a friend, a confidant, and a source of inspiration. Chapter 2, Kumar. Kumar was a man of quiet resilience, defined by a life of steady perseverance and understated ambition. He held a degree in mechanical engineering, which he earned through sheer determination and countless late nights of studying in a modest, shared apartment. The son of a middle-class family, Kumar was raised with strong family values instilled by his parents: honesty, integrity, and the relentless pursuit of providing for those he loved. Kumar started his journey as a shift engineer, working diligently and climbing his way up to become a project manager in the operation and maintenance division of a major hospital project. His technical expertise, sharp problem-solving abilities, and strong leadership skills earned him respect and recognition. Known for his attention to detail and commitment to excellence, Kumar managed a team of engineers and technicians with an approachable yet firm demeanor. He managed a team of 54 technicians and engineers, orchestrating everything from emergency repairs to meticulous maintenance protocols. His attention to detail and deep understanding of the infrastructure were unmatched, propelling him to the top of his field. Kumar's appearance was neat, though never ostentatious. He preferred simple, well-ironed shirts in muted tones, paired with dark trousers and polished shoes. His style, though unremarkable at first glance, spoke of a man who respected his work and took pride in presenting himself well. A tidy comb-over and the light scent of sandalwood cologne added subtle touches to his presence. Despite his sharp mind and high rank, Kumar remained approachable, humble, and unfailingly kind. He had an open-door policy and often stayed late at the office, ensuring every issue was handled with care. At home, Kumar's life was different. He was married to Meena, a woman chosen by his parents in an arranged marriage. Meena was kind and traditional, deeply devoted to her family, and she shared the same values as Kumar. However, as much as he respected her, their relationship lacked the deep connection he longed for. Meena lived in their hometown with their daughter, Priya, a bright-eyed girl who was the light of Kumar's world. Priya's laughter was a balm for his tired spirit, a reminder of why he pushed himself so hard even when it left him feeling empty. Kumar had taken the job at the hospital in the city to ensure that his family would have a comfortable life. The role promised better pay and the opportunity for advancement, but it also meant long months away from home. This separation only magnified the hollow spaces within his heart, which he filled with work and the silent, unspoken hope that someday he would feel truly content. Despite the dissatisfaction that simmered beneath his surface, Kumar remained devoted to his duties as a father and husband. He called home daily, asking about Meena's day, listening to Priya's stories, and pretending that the gaps between them were smaller than they felt. He was a man of principles, bound by the duty to fulfill the role expected of him: provider, husband, father. Yet beneath this exterior lay a quiet yearning, one that he kept buried until the day Jessica's smile awakened it. Kumar's character was steady and thoughtful. He was the kind of person who would sacrifice his own desires for those he cared about. He was deeply loyal, almost to a fault, and the idea of abandoning his responsibilities was something he couldn't reconcile with his conscience. This sense of duty, however, would come to be both his strength and the source of his deepest regret. Jessica and Kumar encounter. Jessica first met Kumar when she submitted a job order for repairs in the hospital's residential area. The issue was initially assigned to a technician, but when they couldn't resolve it, Jessica reached out directly to Kumar for help. Kumar, who managed the hospital's operation and maintenance, including job order handling and delegation to his team of engineers and technicians, responded promptly. The hospital complex where Kumar worked was equipped with various essential systems and machinery. A power plant on site provided power generation and distribution, ensuring the facility's smooth operation. The hospital had advanced HVAC systems, a water treatment plant, backup generators, and specialized medical gas systems. The residential area featured amenities such as a swimming pool, tennis courts, and air-conditioned accommodations. Staff quarters included facilities like hot water systems, electric cooking ranges, and efficient lighting solutions. There was a shared laundry area located in the basement for residents. Contractors working with the hospital had designated responsibilities, and job orders were submitted through a systematic process involving Kumar's office. These requests were assigned based on priority and team availability. When Kumar arrived at Jessica's request, he skillfully diagnosed and resolved the issue. Their conversation was courteous, with an undercurrent of newfound familiarity. Jessica expressed her gratitude, and the two exchanged contact numbers, marking the beginning of a subtle mutual interest. Chapter 2: Small Gestures, Growing Affection. Their paths continued to cross. One afternoon, during a technical inspection, Jessica stepped out of the cafeteria, holding her lunch. She saw Kumar and asked, "Mr. Kumar, have you had lunch?" Caught off guard, he stammered, "No, not yet." Jessica handed him half of her lunch, her eyes sparkling. "Please, have this. You shouldn't go without food." Reluctantly, he accepted, touched by the gesture. That simple act sparked a connection that grew over the following months. Jessica started sending homemade food to Kumar and shared pieces of her life. Kumar, in turn, found reasons to be around, always ready to assist with her requests. Chapter 3: The Unseen Bond. But Jessica couldn't resist the pull. She began calling Kumar to join her in the communal laundry room when it was empty. "Stay with me," she whispered one evening, eyes pleading. "It's too quiet, and I hate being alone." Kumar hesitated, his heart thudding as he nodded. They spoke of dreams, fears, and what-ifs, their voices hushed, inches apart. One night, words failed them, and Kumar gently cupped Jessica's face, their lips meeting in a tender, tentative kiss. The world fell away, leaving just them, sharing a moment so delicate it felt stolen. Once that barrier was broken, their connection deepened with an intensity that was both exhilarating and frightening. They began meeting at night, sometimes in Kumar's modest flat where the air carried the scent of worn books and wood, and sometimes in Jessica's cozy accommodation filled with the soft glow of fairy lights. The risks they were taking became more significant, but the pull between them was undeniable. Their intimacy flourished in whispers, laughter, and touches that spoke what words couldn't. Kumar found a joy he hadn't felt in years, an intoxicating warmth that swept through him each time Jessica lay her head on his chest, tracing gentle patterns with her fingers. "I didn't know life could feel like this," Kumar murmured one night, his voice hushed in the dark. Jessica smiled, brushing her lips against his collarbone. "I don't want this to end, Kumar. With you, everything feels right." They would lie together afterward, their bodies entwined, a serene silence enveloping them. Kumar would watch her breathe, the rise and fall of her chest steadying his restless mind. His fingers would comb through her hair, a tender gesture that made Jessica's heart flutter. "I wish the world outside didn't matter," Jessica whispered once, her eyes searching his. Kumar looked at her, eyes full of both longing and silent conflict. "But it does, Jess. And that's what scares me." Jessica pressed a finger to his lips, silencing his fears for a moment. "Let's not think about that now," she said. And for that night, they didn't. Their secret rendezvous became a lifeline, filled with the kind of intimacy that was as emotional as it was physical. Each stolen moment fed a hunger they couldn't seem to satiate, making them both crave more. The rush of meeting under the shroud of night, the comfort in the touch of familiar hands, and the whispers that promised love, even if only for a fleeting moment, all these made their bond stronger, yet more precarious. Kumar knew the risks they were taking. The consequences could be life-altering. But when Jessica's arms wrapped around him, when she looked at him as if he was her entire world, those concerns melted away, leaving only the purity of their shared love. Chapter 4: Crossing the Line. Their love deepened, and with it came guilt. Kumar lay awake at night, torn between two lives. Jessica's laughter and warmth were the echoes of a life he longed for, but thoughts of his daughter's innocent face brought him back to reality. Jessica, sensing his turmoil, whispered one evening, "What do we do now, Kumar? I can't stand seeing you like this." Kumar took her hand, eyes glistening. "I love you, Jess, more than I thought I could love anyone. But my daughter. I can't abandon her." Frustration bubbled in Jessica. "And what about us? Are we just a secret, something that never truly gets to breathe?" Before he could answer, Kumar's wife, Maya, became suspicious. She had felt the distance grow and noticed the whispered phone calls and Kumar's sudden absences. One night, she confronted him on a video call. "Kumar, you're hiding something. I know it. What's happening to us?" Kumar felt trapped, unable to speak without hurting her more. Maya's voice trembled. "Is there another woman?" When silence was her only answer, tears streamed down her face. "I thought I was your family, Kumar." Chapter 5: The Fall. Jessica and Kumar's relationship hit a turning point when Kumar's wife and daughter came to stay. Jessica felt abandoned, jealousy gnawing at her heart. She began calling Kumar late at night, her voice quivering with unspoken fears. "Do you still love me, Kumar? Or have I lost you to your past? Jess, please understand. I'm trying, but I don't know what to do." Jessica snapped, "It's always about what you can't do, Kumar. Why can't you see what we could be? Kumar's nights were filled with guilt, his days with deceit. When his wife and daughter returned to the village, he felt hollow, the cost of his choices weighing heavy. Jessica's patience began to fray, and their arguments grew. But despite the cracks, they couldn't let go. On an especially tender night, Kumar surprised Jessica with flowers. "I wish I could give you more," he said. Jessica's eyes shimmered. "You've given me hope. Sometimes, that's enough." Chapter 6: End of Maintenance Contact. Fate struck its cruel chord when Kumar's company's contract with the hospital was not renewed. The stability he and Jessica had held on to crumbled, leaving a void that neither words nor promises could fill. Kumar was now jobless, facing the painful reality that he would have to leave, taking with him memories that would become his only solace. On their last evening together, the air was heavy with unspoken fears and fragile hope. The small flat where they had shared countless moments now seemed unbearably empty, filled with the weight of impending separation. Jessica wrapped her arms tightly around Kumar, pressing her head against his chest, feeling the steady, comforting rhythm of his heartbeat. Tears welled up in her eyes as she whispered, "Will I ever see you again?" Kumar's fingers gently traced her hair as he closed his eyes, imprinting the moment into his memory. He kissed her forehead, a soft, lingering gesture that spoke of promises he could not make. "I'll find you, no matter where life takes us," he said, his voice steady but lined with sorrow. The night passed with their bodies intertwined, not out of passion, but a desperate need to memorize every detail before they would be forced apart. Morning came with the inevitability of time, and with a last, heartbreaking glance, Kumar left, carrying Jessica's gaze with him, as if her eyes would guide him even when she was far away. Chapter 7: The Distance Grows. Time, that relentless master, passed slowly for both of them. At first, they stayed in touch, each message a thread keeping them tethered to the past they shared. Jessica would follow up on Kumar's life, asking if he had found a new job, if he was taking care of himself, if he still thought of her. Kumar responded with updates that skirted around his heartache, never admitting how much he missed her, how her absence gnawed at him during quiet moments. Jessica, in her new world, watched Kumar's life from afar, clinging to the hope that he would find a way back to her. But as days turned into months, and months to years, the distance began to feel insurmountable. Life in a new country offered its own set of challenges and distractions. Jessica decided to apply for a new job, one that promised not just better pay but a complete change, a chance to start afresh in America. The position came through, marking a turning point in her life. Kumar, still bound by the commitments of his hollow marriage, devoted himself to raising his children. Their laughter and innocence were a balm to the emptiness left by Jessica's absence, yet his heart was never quite whole. He held on to memories of their whispered conversations, of Jessica's touch, but did so silently, pushing those thoughts away when they threatened to overwhelm him. Chapter 8: Jessica's New Life. In America, Jessica found a new rhythm. The pain dulled over time, though it never disappeared completely. She met someone, Alex, a kind, attentive man who understood her silences without probing too much. He was patient, allowing her to heal at her own pace, and over time, Jessica found herself leaning into his kindness. They married, and she gave birth to a son who brought joy and laughter into her home. Though Alex was a loving partner, a small part of her heart was always with Kumar, tucked away where it could no longer be touched. She tried not to think about what could have been, but sometimes, on quiet nights, memories of Kumar would resurface, the way he held her, the way his eyes softened when he looked at her. But each time, she forced herself to push those thoughts away and focus on the life she had built. Chapter 9: Kumar Learns the Truth. Years passed, and one day, Kumar ran into an old colleague from the hospital during a work trip. The man, now settled in the same town, spoke animatedly about old times before his expression turned reflective. "You remember Jessica, don't you?" he asked, unaware of the wound he was about to reopen. Kumar's heart skipped a beat, the name washing over him like a forgotten song. Yes, of course, he managed, voice steady. She's doing well, the colleague said, smiling. Settled in America. She got married, has a son now. It's amazing how life takes us on different paths. Kumar's vision blurred, and the world around him seemed to slow. He nodded absently, forcing a smile while his mind reeled. That night, alone in his hotel room, he sat in the dark, staring at the ceiling. Jessica was happy, settled, and far beyond his reach. The finality of it sank in, pressing down on him with a weight he hadn't known he could feel. The echoes of their last goodbye replayed in his mind, the promise he made and failed to keep, the love that slipped through his fingers. The memories, now bittersweet, were all he had left of the woman who had once been the center of his universe. With a sigh, he whispered into the emptiness, "I'm glad you found peace, Jess. Even if it wasn't with me." In that moment, Kumar understood that sometimes, love stories do not end in reunion but in lessons that shape the rest of our lives. Chapter 10: Echoes of the Past. Years drifted by, but Jessica never truly left Kumar's thoughts. The once vivid memories of laughter shared in dimly lit rooms and the warmth of whispered secrets haunted his quiet moments. The memory of her voice, gentle and teasing, echoed in his mind, intertwined with the bittersweet sting of her words, "Kumar, you have a pipe vision. You see only what's in front of you, never what could be." This phrase, once spoken half-jokingly, gnawed at him in the stillness of his empty home. Kumar's life was a maze of routine and silence. His once vibrant days had dulled, marked by the sacrifices he had made, now seemingly for a family that had long since moved on without him. The daughter he cherished had grown distant, and his wife's absence had become a familiar emptiness. Determined to find a sliver of the past that would bring him some peace, Kumar embarked on a digital search for Jessica. He scoured social media, entering her name with hope that teetered between desperation and doubt. Night after night, his eyes scanned profiles, tracing faces that bore no resemblance to hers. Each search that came up empty left him feeling more hollow than before, but he pressed on, fueled by a fragile hope. One day, Kumar found a profile that carried Jessica's family name. The photo was not her, but something in the eyes of the woman he saw hinted at a connection. With a trembling hand, he typed out a message. "Hello. My apologies for reaching out like this, but I wonder if you might be related to Jessica, last name. She was once my dear friend, and I've been trying to reconnect for years. I would be grateful for any information." He waited, a tight knot of anticipation coiling in his chest. Days passed without a response, each hour ticking by with the dull thud of disappointment. But one morning, an unexpected message lit up his screen. "Yes, Jessica is my aunt. I can pass your message along." Kumar's breath caught in his throat, hope and a strange ache blending within him. What would he say to her after all these years? What could he say that time hadn't already stolen from them? A week later, an email from Jessica appeared in his inbox. His fingers trembled as he opened it, eyes devouring the words that seemed both foreign and familiar. "Kumar, I didn't think I'd hear from you again. Life has been kind to me here. I hope you're well. Do you remember those long talks? I think about them sometimes." They exchanged messages over the next few weeks, their words weaving between light reminiscing and poignant reflections on the lives they had built apart. Kumar found himself awake at night, heart thumping with the quiet thrill of connection, yet the chasm between them, of miles, choices, and years, was a stark reminder of all that couldn't be reclaimed. One evening, Kumar dared to write what had been lingering on the edge of his thoughts. "I wish I could see you again. Just once, to share a laugh that isn't behind a screen." Jessica's reply came slowly, like a reluctant whisper. I wish that too, Kumar. But sometimes, dreams are meant to remain memories. The silence of his room pressed around him as he read her words, and he whispered into it, I see it now, Jess. I see beyond my pipe vision, but it's too late. Kumar sat back, eyes closing as a tear slipped free. Jessica, the love that had illuminated his life even in fleeting moments, remained the most precious yet painful chapter of his story. This chapter beautifully captures the essence of Kumar's reflection and realization. Pipe vision, a term once said jokingly but with profound truth, had defined and confined his life. Kumar's unwavering dedication to duty, sacrifice, and an overly linear focus on work had cost him the very happiness he once overlooked. It was Jessica who first pointed it out, but at the time, he couldn't comprehend the weight of her insight. As time passed, the tangible results of his sacrifices, an empty house, distant relationships, and a shadow of the joy he once felt, revealed how right Jessica had been. He had seen only the immediate tasks, the problems in front of him, never considering the breadth of what life could offer beyond work and obligation. Kumar's late-night search for Jessica was as much about seeking her as it was a quest for his lost self. The rekindling of their connection, even if just through words, brought echoes of what might have been. Yet, it was a bittersweet reunion, marked by the shared understanding that some moments were irretrievably lost to time. His whispered confession, I see it now, Jess. I see beyond my pipe vision, but it's too late, underscored a powerful truth, realization without action comes with its own brand of regret. This chapter stands as a poignant reminder of how seeing life only through a narrow lens of duty can blind a person to the more profound, tender opportunities that make it rich and full. Jessica's response, with its gentle, resigned affection, emphasized the chapter's core theme, that some paths, once missed, can never be fully walked again. This, ultimately, is the story of pipe vision, where hindsight offers clarity but also unveils the steep price of missed chances.
दोस्तों तो लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो और बेल नोटिफिकेशन पर क्लिक करो।